Hey everyone, let's build the Candy Shop or Sweet Shop by Lego. This is set number 40692, contains 345 bricks, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. So thank you, Lego, for sending this to me. This is a gift with purchase offer, so if you spend $200 or more through the official Lego store, you will get the set added to your cart. That's a lot of money to spend. It didn't tell me when the promotional offer is going to run, so I'm assuming it's probably now. Lego tells us ambassadors very little. It seems like they don't care. Well, that's on them. And this is the condition that I got the manual inside the box, along with several crumpled bags. We also got a set of crumpled up stickers. Yeah, we already dropped, if you watched my unboxing portion, I dropped the set down to a 9. That's where we're going to start at, because now I'm grading on how things are packed. You know, that kind of thing. I'm not expecting this thing to be packaged up in its own little pouch, but yeah, I don't know. You do get 7 bags of bricks. Looks like it's mostly a micro build. You get some oddball colors in there. Yeah, not too bad. Let's get everything situated here. I got some things I'd like to talk about today. Oh, in addition, I do have one of these things. So, I don't like the metallic look, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's begin with bag number 1. I think honestly Lego was pushing the put the manual in first, then the bags, which usually causes the manuals to wrinkle up. They should have put the bags in first and slid the manual in along the side. Poly bags? Wow. Okay. Yeah, if you've watched my campground amphitheater, I got that done. I'm still working on the tour bus. I found a couple of errors I had to fix, so I'm slowly getting to that. I'm working on the skeleton now, or the essential parts of a new mock. And I know most of you don't watch these on the main channel, so I'm working on a restaurant mock. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm going to be building a new restaurant. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. A lot of things have been going on, just stuff around here, trying to avoid drama as much as I can. It's been too hot to deal with anything, and yeah, that's pretty much how it's going. And it seems like no one's complaining about me dropping free tutorials, so I think that's probably a good thing. I think we're ready to move on to paid. I don't want to have to do that, but it's how it is. But I'm getting more requests for building guides, so I'm trying to do is upload one building guide a week to Rebrickable. Right now I'm working on older stuff. I'm trying to mix some old and new stuff together. And how I'm doing that is that I have a limit of 100 pieces. If a build doesn't have 100 pieces, but I want to sell it, I'm trying to find manuals that will work together, like builds. And then I will put them on Rebrickable for, you know, as like a pack. If anybody remembers my elementary school playground project, and I got iPads just raining down on me over here. If you remember my elementary school, the playground, that I'm selling, I grouped that together, and I'm selling it as a bundle. Ooh, we gotta put a sticker on that slug. What a waste. Well, we know what's gonna happen to that when I'm done. And we need sticker number 6, which is right there. Good for sandy terrain. But I mean, for the most part, though, trying to get stuff done. Trying to finish up everything just to get to the bigger tutorials and stuff. And maybe one day we'll get a lot more stuff done here. And more snot bricks. I have a buddy of mine's trying to collect these. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of these sets that have these in them. Start slurping them up. Hoping this is going to be a quick build because I got to finish up just a few more things today. I want to get back onto the bus. And I was just looking, I just looked. I kid you not, I just looked at the Michael Myers house and then I got a thing saying that this set was being delivered. I thought, oh, I should have never had opened up that building guide. But I wanted to see, so I just got to generate up a parts list. And I'm going to have to start writing that up. Make sure that I'm going to get a final, I got a finalized parts list, but I got to get the graphical part to put in the manual. Then I'm going to try to do booklet number 3 and slowly get that ready to go for you. Whoever's interested in buying that. I don't think I'm going to put the Michael Myers house on Patreon. I've been seeing more people sign up. They'll download they'll join, they'll download everything, and they'll just leave. So now my building guides on Patreon have an expiration date. So once I upload them, you got a year. After that, they are gone forever. You have to purchase them. It just took a few people to ruin it for everybody else, but that's how it is, you know. I don't know if Patreon, if you purchase something, is it there for infinite download or do you have to repurchase? I don't know. So I have no clue on how that works. I'll read up on it and see. Because I want it to where if you're paying for something, you should be able to download it whenever you want. So it looks like we're just doing a bunch of mirrors, at least here, or a bunch of clones. At least we're doing that. But today, I really want to get on and finish up that tour bus. I'd like to get that ready to go for my YouTube members to build. Matter of fact, guys and gals, that and the other mock that I'm working on are the last 2 projects for 2024. I have 40% of 2025 filmed. I have 2 vehicles. It's not public yet, but I'm working on 2025 content right now. So if you're looking for that footage, maybe there's 1 or 2 items, but right now I'm not really getting a whole lot done with it. And that's what we have remaining for bag 1. And that's not too bad. I can always use those. Okay, we have bag 2, and I'm going to try out this new tray here and see how this works. I'm going to try to find one of these in white, or at least some color. See how well this works today. I don't like it because it's tin. I'm afraid that it's going to get all mangled up. Okay, so the reason why I'm pouring them in here, if it's white, I can see it. And we are starting with another sticker here on a window. Well, that will get ripped off when I'm done. And yeah, let's see here. Let's put a sticker on that. Sticker number 2, which is open. So that's a little sticker to put on something. How the heck are you supposed to put that on there without messing up? It's like you got to have good eyes to put this on there too. That's not me. There we go. Oh, this must be the little door then. Okay, we'll put our little tray over here. I remember I was talking about getting one of those for that, and there it is. I just need something with the lips so the parts don't roll off. You always hear me talking about essential stuff. There you go. Boy, that was stuck in there. Is that scratched? No. Well, that's good. At least we don't have to worry about it. Remember, I'm dinging off for scratches. This one's got a little bit of pitting, but I'm not going to fuss over that. Yeah, I'm just trying to survive the heat. trying to get away from it, but it's kind of just been hot out here today. And I don't know, it's just too hot. Can't do anything. And oh, yeah, I gotta say this: don't ever let your girlfriend style your hair. Mine wanted to do something different to it. I'm like, yeah, fine, whatever, you know, okay. She gives me one of those fluffy egger looks. I thought, oh, I had to go out and do something that day too, and I thought, well, I had to walk around with it for a few hours, and it just, I looked like a little boy with it. I thought, I'll never do that again. I thought, what was with you with that? I told her, asked, I said, oh, I just wanted to try some, see if it looked cute on you, and she goes, it looked kind of cute on you. I thought, I don't think so. I'm a dude. I'm not supposed to look cute. I'm supposed to look handsome. But I don't know. I just kind of let her do her thing sometimes. But yeah. But I think you guys and gals are going to like the new tutorial ideas for 2025. Some of it's going to be related to the mock I'm building. I may end up swapping out stuff that I have this year for... Is that a stain at the bottom of this? Yeah, that's what it is. I'll have to wipe that down. There's going to be some tutorials along with them. All my mocks usually have a tutorial or two. This build, probably about 10 or so mocks. I've already done, or tutorials. I've already got 2 tutorials filmed because these are items that I'm going to definitely be pretty much using inside the build. Okay. Yeah, this manual is just, yeah, we gotta get back, we gotta get past all the bad pages. And this thing's kind of small. It's what is this? 10 by 12. And I mean, these little GWPs are always fun to put together. They're quick. They don't take a whole lot of parts. I kind of wish that some of these were regular builds, but you know, yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah, I'm putting together up a series for my YouTube channel members on my main channel. I have access to memberships on this channel, but I don't think I'm going to put them on here. I should, but I wish I could set it up to where YouTube members have access to both channel content for $2 a month. There's no way, I guess, you could set it up like that. Okay. Trying to keep things cheap. You know. Yeah, so far this is not a bad build. It's keeping my interest. It is somewhat colorful. And that's what we did for bag 2. It's not too bad, and that's all we have remaining. Alright, now we have bag 3. At least with the tray I can kind of move it over here, and we can, things that are rolling around, we don't have to, unless the parts are smart enough to hop the edge. It looks like it's parts to a dot set in a way. I see some, oh, look at these. They're the poop pieces. Oh, we don't care about that. But they're in that light lavender, I believe. I was going to order some of those. I saw them on the Legos Pick-a-Brick thing. Well, there they are. I don't think I need to buy any now, but I still may want to buy a few more. Be good for like sweets and stuff. Oh, another sticker on a tile. I already know it's going to have that. And that's sticker number 5, which is that. I mean, I think to me sticker spoils the imagination. I'd rather just have everything either printed or just build it in brick form. And it looks like it goes here. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's what it shows here in the book. Right. And I'm trying to get more ideas out of my head in terms of just stuff to cobble up for you to build. But I'm getting more people asking, hey, can you sell this building guide? I'm interested in purchasing. I'm like, sure. You know, I mean, if somebody's interested, I'll post them up there. This is kind of a weird thing to build, but for the most part, that's how I'm doing it. Oh yeah. P.S. You gotta have small hands for all this stuff. So far it hasn't fallen apart. And the score right now, I'm gonna say it's probably an 8.8, probably because the stickers are kind of souring it a little bit. Remember I dinged off because of the building guide. But it is keeping my interest, so that's good. It's not dull or boring. Bright and colorful. Sure, a young child is going to have a lot of fun putting this together. There was a question asked, you know, with all these sets rolling in, do I still have to buy parts? Yes, there's some parts that I need. And sometimes Lego will release a new part that I have a sample of in one of these sets, and I want to order more than what the set has. So usually I have to order like that. But I'm looking for more tree parts, foliage parts. Leaf pieces actually have more than I need, so I don't need more of those. Just more to make more spruce trees in terms of clips and stuff for the branches. And that's not too bad so far. Okay, we got a keypad on the counter. Must be the register there. Set that right down there. It's easy just to set that in there first. Yeah, I've been swamped with work. Yeah, if you're a kid out there and you're watching these things, you know, hey, enjoy it because it will end soon, and then you have to do big boy things which are not too fun. I kid you not. Remember back in the day, you used to use those signs. Now they use these little things to make the little lollipops. I'm sure you could probably make a bigger version of this. It's minifigure scale. Okay, and this goes right here. I know some say my hands are always in the way, but you gotta understand I have to put the stuff together. Usually when people say your hands are in the way, and I look at their history on YouTube, you can tell they watch speed builds where people just put a part and they edit all that out. In tutorials, I'm kind of trying to be careful with that. And that tour bus, I made 2 mistakes. If I find any more, I have to redo part of it. That right there is kind of annoying. The building guide that I'm working on already has the revisions corrected. And mistakes in terms of I forgot to mention a part name. So I had to hurry up and kind of sneak that in there. Learning how to do voiceovers more efficiently or effectively. Effective, I don't know. It's supposed to be like a mailbox in there. Yeah, this manual is so mangled up, it's hard to... Yikes! Look at all the little pieces we got to put in there. It's probably the rest of the steps right there. Is it? Yep. Get the belly aching out of the way here. Yeah, it's been kind of boring here today, around here in general. Oh, I thought maybe we were putting in some dark brown, because I need dark brown 1x1s for a mock. No, I guess not. But I'm hearing it's boring here. It's nothing to do. I'm like, well, you guys didn't want to do anything, so we were at home bored all summer long. I'm not bored. I have tons of work stuff to do, but it's getting to me. It's like I can't do any more work stuff. Boy, this bag had a lot of spares. Just to make 3 little sandwich cookies. I think that's what these are. And that goes on the turntable. So the kids can go by and spin them. Remember those sunglasses racks that we had? You go in like in the store, you can just rotate those. I used to like to spin those until one almost fell down as a kid. It's like, oh, I better not mess with that anymore. And yeah, it was not a good, pleasant experience. And that's what we have remaining there for bag 3. Well, 4 is not that big, but I don't let the size fool me. Usually that's a telltale sign of troubles to come. Well, it looks like we're just adding some of the plates on the top here to finish it up. Yeah, I have been watching some more movies, disaster movies on YouTube. And some of them are kind of just like... I watched this one from New Zealand. It was pretty gruesome about an earthquake or a big old tsunami hit. And I thought, man, that's gruesome more than what we have out here. They got to be careful. They're on an island. I like those disaster movies. Hollywood's been kind of accurate on a bunch of other things. I can always use these for bedspreads or comforters. Wow, this bag here went pretty quick. This one's just building the little awnings above the windows. Looks like more like a dot set. But I like these little not poly bags, but gift with purchase offers. And unlike some people, why don't Lego sell these? But I think this one said it had a retail price of $19.99 for 325 pieces, but you're getting mostly small parts. It's kind of pricey. And that's what we have remaining there. Yeah, bag 5 looks a little bigger. I think this is going to be used for second floor. Let's see here. Check everything out. Yeah, we need that. That's Lego math for you there. Okay. It looks like it's isolated. Maybe this can go up to 2 builders. That'd be really cool if it can. We're still at an 8.7, 8.8. We'll round it up to 8.8. It's still keeping my interest. And that's the beauty about having autism, or a form of it. You know. Yeah, a buddy of mine went to his Brick Fair convention thing. I mean, those would be kind of cool, but to hang out there all day, I don't think I could do that. I would be bored real quick. Jay, you'd get bored at doing those Lego things? Yeah, I want to build, not just sit around and watch people gawk at my creations. I want to build with them, not just do that. I'd rather build along with everyone anyways. Imagine doing live tutorials there. Alright, not sure what this is, but we'll start building it now. Yeah, it's already getting hot. One day out here it was like 104, 105, and it was raining with 100% humidity. It wasn't bad in my house as I had the dehumidifier on. But running that and the air conditioning is starting to get pretty expensive. And it's... oh, there's supposed to be tiles on the top of that. Oh, this doesn't come with the brick separator, so if you mess up like I did, I gotta find one. Okay, I'll drop it down to a 7.8. Not because I made the mistake, because I have to hunt in my own collection to get one of these. Because people are going to make mistakes. Alright, we already pulled it off anyways. It doesn't come with one. Do I ding off for that? Yes. Some sets have really big giant parts. You really don't need a brick separator, but this little stuff, yeah, you do. You know, for Legos with the really small stuff, yeah, they have to provide those tools. Yes, I got a whole bucket full of them. Well, let's say I gave this to my granddaughter and she's just starting out into Lego or something, you know. She doesn't have the parts or the brick separator. I'd have to give her one, or I'd have to buy one for her, you know. And always look at it from a new person's perspective. Some say I'm pretty harsh and brutal. Y'all remember that big sign that I did that was miserable? Yeah, some people actually like that set. It wasn't bad, it just needed to be more colorful and organized. But for me personally, it was not worth the time to put that together. Alright, so it goes like that right there. Alrighty, so we're making some windows. Yeah, if Lego doesn't have a certain type of window, you just snot brick it in. Had to do that on one of mine. Alright. You gotta make 2 of these. And they go, oh, right here. Alright, I was like, how did that go in there? Now I see. Like, I kind of wish you'd add some highlights around this stuff. Oh, it looks like we got little window trim around there. That's kind of cool. See, you could take these building ideas from these little sets and put them in your big giant box. And then you're made. So far, it looks like it's an isolated build. If this just goes on at the very end, I'd say it's modular, and this would be up to 2 people. I'm hoping it is. That's scratched. More pits, Lego. I mean, if I see that again, I'm going to ding it down. You notice I have not been nice about that. Not nice. I'm a nice guy. I don't mind sharing my ideas, but the scratched parts we could live without. Well, Jay, it's free. Why do you care? Well, if I was paying money to get just this and it came in all mangled and scratched, because some people buy these to collect them, the limited edition. You know, these are not for retail. They're not to be sold. I mean, Lego could sell them if they want. I wish they would. So far, we're good. It's modular. All right. Okay, we just have a handful of parts left. Well, that's exactly what we have. Let's put this back here first. Strengthen that up. And put that on there. And that's what we have remaining right there. Let's take a quick look so far. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, we got bag number 6 coming up. Alright, so let's see here. Alrighty, we're getting there. We're getting there. It doesn't have no fancy graphics, just a little bubble at the bottom. Y'all remember those, especially if you're older like me, you remember those, where they used to do the slides, or sometimes the movies, or even the cartoons where they had the sing-along, and they had the little bouncing ball that would bounce the top of each word? Yeah. I saw one of those the other day. It's on one of the, what was it? One of the older cartoons I was watching on Me TV Tunes. They had a bouncing ball on there. And I thought, I haven't seen that in a long time. See, it'd help you sing along with the tunes. And, yeah, alright. What's the age range of this set? Because they're sure going pretty quick on parts here. Oh, 12 plus. So that's why we're doing a bunch of steps at one time. Okay. But I was watching, I thought, I remember when they used to have the little bouncing ball on things. Well, there we go, you know. Some of you probably remember. The youngsters won't, but I thought, oh. I like watching those old classic cartoons. It's, yes, even at my age, I'd watch cartoons. Some of you had suggested I watch the Lego Friends series online. I may dare and just attempt to do that. Some of you told me some of those mini dolls have crushes on one another. I'm like, oh, maybe we should have a little fun. Then we have something to talk about in the video. I may crack that open one day and just kind of watch one of those to see. It says watch series online. Maybe I can start season 1 and we'll start our way there. I kind of wish I could sit here and watch it while we're doing these, but copyright police will get me. Okay. Okay, we got to put some more lollipops on some green things. Maybe that's the moldy cheese at the bottom. Ooh, they're hollow studs, so I could use those. Hollow studs have been becoming a nice part to have in my collection, so I've been kind of grabbing these as much as I can. So if there's not enough candy for you to eat, there's plenty on the second floor, I guess. Okay, I am definitely going to order these. Let me get situated and I'll show you. Remember those Friends flowers? They're in green. You get those hair accessories, put that in, you have a nice flower. I'm definitely going to order these. They have them on Pick-a-Brick. And those would have worked perfect for the campground. Oh, that goes right in the center. Best thing is to put that on there first and set it right there, especially if you have big hands. It's easier to plop it in. Must be a little flower, and you just shove that in there. Are we growing something, Lego, that we're not supposed to be growing in there? Is that what that is? Some of you know where I'm going with that. You know, sometimes if I wasn't so totally family friendly, I would do that. So totally. I never figured I'd say that. You got one of these wind-up handles. I've seen these in the CMFs, the older ones. Those are kind of a handy part to have, especially when it's silver metallic. Great for making machines and stuff. Yes, I do fanboy a lot for those who are just tuning in on these on parts. You know, there's a lot of things that I can build with some of these. This set has a lot of small parts, mostly accessory parts, but they're good for all sorts of stuff. And this goes right in here. It's like a little candy machine there. On those gumball machines. We saw some at the pizza place. They took like 50 cents to $1, and I thought $1 for some of those? Just for some cheap little plastic toy that's going to last 3 seconds and falls apart on you? I gotta get some more cake toppers. Boy, just looking at this is making me hungry. Well, that's if I can get it in there. I want it to match the picture. Come on, hand, put it in right. Gotta have fun with these. Alright. Alright. Yeah, the bad thing about this tray, though, sometimes the parts are... I may want to put something like a rubber mat or something so it's easier for me to grab these tiles out of here. I think that's how it's supposed to... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm putting them on wrong. That's my fault. It's supposed to be like that. Must be a flower pot or like a window planter. One of my neighbors just got one of those, and bottom of the window's all rotted out too, sadly. I said, you need to get rid of that. Oh, I like the planters at the bottom. I said, yeah, but I said, it looks cool, but it's just the way it is. Oh, we got to put a sticker on that, number 4. Ooh. Wheel of Fortune. I thought they had those printed, Lego. Alright. What is the score on this thing? 7.8 still. And now we need sticker number 1, which is that. Must be the... I was hoping that would have been printed. This is Candy Shop. It's not printed, so we're going to have to live with it. Putting these on bricks with bow are kind of a pain, because I can never get them on. If I do, I try to get them on as straight as I can. Oh, there was a movie that I watched. Some of you probably remember it, called They Live with the Aliens. They have it free on YouTube. And it was so heavily censored, I thought, they censored a lot of the bad words out. They cut a lot of stuff out. I thought, no way this movie's this short. I remember it was longer when I was a kid. No, I thought they censored that out. I mean, it's free. It's free, but if I was paying for that, I would not be in a good mood. All right, so we got to make... Okay, these go on the outside. Remember those leaf pieces used for my campground? Yeah, there they are right there. Tons of those. I have so many leaf pieces that I've been hoarding them up. That and these little stud flowers. I'm hoarding those up. I kid you not. That's a nice part to have. So if you need to buy parts to buy this set or to clear an order, you know, get the leaf pieces, flowers, stems, you know. A lot of people with these cities, they don't have a lot of foliage. And got 2 hollow studs. Did I got a hollow stud somewhere? Okay, let's backtrack here and see. If you're not sure, always check your work. Let me put that on there. Well, they gave me an extra one. I got one for the lollipop. Yeah, and that is what we have remaining right there. Okay, we're going to wrap up with bag 7. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, I got some stuff that's custom that is calling my name, like the bus that I'd like to get that bus at least. The rough building guide and a parts list drafted by tonight. I'd like to do that so I can start preserving that build. Okay. We're about 80% done with this. Okay. Now we're putting together the awning on the top here. Okay, it's every 2. Then we got to put the tiles on the top too. A cool yellow I can always use for bedspreads. There we go. Yeah, we don't have a lot of candy shops out here at all. I'm in a health conscious state. You go to the beach, there was all these candy shops, just literally you could walk within 10 feet of the candy shop. And boy, everything looks so yummy in there, and I can't have a lot of sweets anymore, especially at my age. But I was like, oh, these look good, they look yummy, and you go back home, and the only place that would have a candy shop, well, was the mall. And now they don't have that there anymore, but that's like candy. When you're a kid, you always want candy because it's really yummy and good. Not really healthy, but then again, who cares as long as you had candy for the day. Like I have a bowl of candy in the kitchen, and it's just for like, you know, friends or whatever coming over. I'm gonna shove this here to straighten these out, and it's been there for a few months. I just don't eat a whole lot of candy anymore. All right. I think this goes on the top. I thought maybe we have a modular piece, but there's still studs on here. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of building guides, so we were talking about those. I'm almost up 250 building guides. A lot of them are small ones, but yeah, that Michael Myers house, I wanted to get that done by the end of this month. It is still possible. I got to get that bus done first. But building guide number 3 is going to be the one that has for the Michael Myers house. It's going to have the parts list. So I'd like to get that done in building guide number 3, which does the roof. I'll show you how to put the roof on. That's it. Okay. Once I get that roof on there, it's not too bad. That's what it looks like right there. And once I get that done, I could do floor number 1 or 2. And there's a lot of sub steps that I have to deal with on that. And I'm hoping to start generating those files soon, so I can publish that, because it's been a wanted item for a lot of my fans who are into that stuff for quite some time. I did get somebody ask about the McDonald's, and I got to find out about IP, intellectual property, and see what they think. Like contact the McDonald's company and say, hey, I built this restaurant, am I allowed to sell it? The building plans to it, because if not, I'll just strip out. I mean, because vintage McDonald's don't exist anymore. Just strip off the logo and the name and just call it Burger Brick or something like that. I don't know. Think of some goofy name for it. I don't know what name. I think I have one for it. And just do that instead. I don't think they care too much. I contacted them about making one in Lego. They didn't seem to care. I thought, okay. Yeah, we're doing reddish brown. You don't hear it squeaking. Oh, but when I was building those spruce trees for that campground thing, some of the 2x2 bricks were breaking. That little tube that was going in the middle. And I could tell it was older reddish brown. And in fact, well, I think it's breaking now than something else, but be careful to press down in the middle of that. Just press on the ends. Too bad. And I was just cracking bricks and stuff. I thought, doesn't show it on the arrow, but put that on the back. I am overflowed on these type of bricks with the 2 studs on the sides. I'm like, wow, I got a bunch of those. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, my nephew was gone all night and he sleeps all day now. He just gets home long enough to get ready for work. Trust me, you're going to get tired of that real quick. Oh, I won't. I said the same thing, and now, that's how it is. Kids are kids, but, when I work, when I'm done, I don't want to think. I want to turn off the brain for the night. I can't turn it off today. Oh, yeah, today is the 5th of August. 2024. Sometimes I slip up and still say 2023 or 2004. All right, like that. That is supposed to tip. Oh, I put the thing on backwards. Okay, be careful how that goes. When you put this in here, have it facing like that. I'll show you here. Why didn't it go in all the way? Well, yeah, I messed up. That's my fault. Now it leans like that. There we go. That was my mistake. Oh, we got to put a sticker on this. Well, and that's the last sticker too. That's sticker number 3. I hate putting these round stickers on here. We're still at a 7.8. And round stickers on tiles are just a pain for me. And it did that when I tried to move it. Alright, somebody say it's a skill issue. Yeah. Probably the same person that likes to put stickers on everything. Alright, it's Lego. I have to drop down to a 7.5. This should have been printed because these are always a turd to put on. There we go. It's supposed to be a lollipop, I guess. Okay. Still got a lot of pieces, and it's telling me after this to put this on the front, so I'm hoping that we don't, because if we do, and it's not really quite modular. Modular is where pieces are completely isolated until at the very end of the step, and you all put your stuff together. So basically, you have big, giant building blocks. Okay, and that's it for the floor, and it's telling us to put it on here now, but I still got a big tray full of parts here, so I mean, could this still be built by another person? Yeah, you could, but boy, that is not going down in there. There we go. You know what, let's see here. There we go, it's much better, huh? Okay, I try to keep the lights off just due to electricity and the way everything is right now. So now we got to put in a lamp post here, right at the very end. You think they'd had this included on this bag, This is not modular Lego. I was hoping it would be at least, and I can at least keep the score strong, but I can't now. Sorry, but I was really hoping this to be modular. Because that would have been really cool. Man, look at all the round parts. My hand's already getting tired of all this small stuff. The stuff that I'm working on right now is big pieces that I'm working on my own builds, but this is kind of more on the micro build scale, just a little bigger. And put that there. Little candy piece hanging off the lamppost. Something you'd see like during Christmas. And that's it, I think. I can't tell because the pages are all wrinkled, yeah. Okay. Put that up there. Now, doing the tour on this one is easy. I'm just gonna, I can't even dig out the turntable because the campground's sitting on it, and that's what we have remaining right there. Yeah, I gotta find something other than the metallic color. Okay, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna set it up right now and get ready to go here. And yeah, I'm gonna have to move the camera around. For those who don't like the bouncy, well, yeah. I may have to drop it down twice. Why don't I just censor that out? That's not how I roll. Somebody actually did mention it, and I said, well, I do that, but then again, these are meant to be unscripted for fun, and yeah, pretty much. Somewhat Hollywood quality, and that's not what I'm about here. I'm out here to show off what's built, and yeah. Another one of Lego's famous tall builds. Tall in terms of, I'm at 16.9 screen size, and then I have a bunch of white space on both left and right hand sides. I wonder why the this just doesn't look good for some reason. There we go. Gotta bounce it a little bit here. Yeah, I gotta have some guy look at my ABS module in my truck. The problem is a lot of modern car shops or auto shops do not touch older cars. So I have to go to a classic car guy to help me fix it, because brakes are something I don't touch at all. If something goes wrong, it's their thing on the line, not mine. Okay, so that's essentially what this is. So what I'm going to do, and I knocked over 2 trees on my campground thing, to do this thing. All right. So the score is going to be 7.5. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and just break for the review, or break for the tour, and then we'll do the review. How about that? That sounds good. Here's the candy shop all assembled, and for the most part it's a nice bright colorful build. Here we have our stickered logo and our little lollipop, and sadly those are stickers, but these are printed right here, and this one right here. So we got a little lamp post down here. I do like the stained glass that they used, the planning on there, and it looks really cool. As you can see, it's nice, bright, and colorful. And here's the back, and it's a micro build. You know, minifigures are a little too big to stand up in there, but it's cool nonetheless. At least you have access into the interior. And this second floor does pop off, so you can actually let more light inside there. Kind of cool. We got ourselves a little area where the clerk is supposed to be. We got the spitty candy thing here. And I wish this stuff was all printed at least, or at least brick built. We got our little gumball machines. And put that back on. Take a look at the second one. The roof does not come off. This thing here I have to kind of line up a little bit, but there it is. Some more gumball machines or candy machines. You got a little cake in there. Looks pretty yummy, doesn't it? And that's essentially what this is. Now, you do have to spend $200 or more through the official Lego shop to have this added to your cart. It's not available for retail, so too bad you can't just purchase this. But for me personally, for what it is, it's not a bad build. Let's dive on into the review with build experience, and it did keep my interest throughout the build. I wasn't bored with it. The instructions were somewhat easy to follow. Some pieces I had a hard time, but I think that's due to my errors, but they were easily corrected. Nothing bad there. So it will keep your interest if you like bright colors. It has the tan in there, the whites, the black, but it's nice, bright, and colorful. This looks really good. Build quality seems pretty good. It's not brittle, it's not falling apart. Maybe this right here, but for the most part, if I shake it, nothing falls out. So nothing loose, everything's just firmly attached to the base. The build quality is really good. Now sadly this is not scaled for minifigures, so there's very little play. You could probably use this for a micro city, and even though if it's open back and you can play in here, this is what, 4 bricks tall? You can't really fit a minifigure in there. You'll have to make your own small figs to fit in there. But nonetheless though, it's fine. It won't work in a regular Lego city, but it does have some play value, but just a little. Just a little. But I don't see anybody really playing with this for hours on end. So my final score is going to be a 7.5. Remember, I took a point off the way the box was packed. That kind of started ruining my build experience, especially the way the manual was packed in there. I mean, it made the build kind of difficult trying to keep the pages flat. And in addition, there was no brick separator. So if you get hung on sticking some of these small pieces, you better rustle one up quick. So before you open this setup, make sure you have one because you're going to use it. I had to use one a few times in here, and you know, mistakes happen, but I wish one was provided with this, especially for what you're getting here. You know, even though if it's a micro build, you're messing with plates, and trying to separate 2 plates, it can be pretty daunting, especially for your hands and your fingernails. So make sure you have a brick separator with that. And the stickers. Sometimes putting these stickers on these round pieces can be a bit of a chore. I had this one here wrinkle up when I was trying to put that on there. So when Lego print that is beyond me. But they didn't print it. I wish they did though. I wish this whole thing was printed. So if you spend $200 through the official Lego shop, you will get this gift with purchase offer added to your cart. And it does seem a bit steep for just a small set, especially for a micro build. It's not really playable. You could still play with it, but you really can't put minifigures in it. So for me, I would say I'd have to pass unless I got a parts haul I got to clear. Or there's a modular that you're dying to get and you want to get this too. But for me personally, it's a bit on the pricey side, but it is a nice, colorful build nonetheless. Tell me what you think.